Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Seth Rollins has been embroiled in an intense feud with Bronson Reed on Raw. The two stars have been wreaking havoc on the show every single week. Although they were involved in a chaotic match at Crown Jewel, their feud is far from over. Therefore, the Visionary might force Adam Pearce to bring back an iconic stipulation to settle the differences once and for all. Rollins and Reed have been engulfed in an intense rivalry for weeks. Considering the rising tension between the two, the Visionary could challenge the Oscilla to an unsanctioned match. The two stars have reached a high level of animosity, fitting for the extreme stipulation. With tensions at an all-time high, there is a strong possibility Rollins could ask Adam Pearce to book this match. There is a high potential that WWE might plan this match for the upcoming episode of Raw. The Visionary could get into an argument with Pearce, insisting he does not want the match to go down in the record books due to the level of brutality he intends to inflict on Reed. The Oscilla may also push for this unsanctioned showdown against his nemesis due to his own stubbornness. Moreover, Reed even cost Rollins a world title opportunity last week. It has made this feud more personal than ever. With Adam Pearce having no control over the actions of the Oscilla or the Visionary, an unsanctioned match could be the perfect stipulation to culminate this explosive rivalry. Besides, it could also add a layer of viciousness to an already intense feud. The last unsanctioned match in WWE took place on the July 20th, 2020 episode of Raw between Randy Orton and Big Show. If Seth Rollins challenges Bronson Reed to this brutal stipulation, it will mark the return of the match after 4 years on the main roster. Bronson Reed to decimate Seth Rollins tonight on WWE Raw? Bronson Reed has been on a rampage on Raw for months. He suffered a defeat against Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. However, the Oscilla retaliated by attacking him last week and costing him the fatal four-way match, which was set to determine Gunther's next challenger. Reed's mayhem could continue tonight on Raw, resulting in Rollins suffering major injuries. Enraged by his loss, the Oscilla could once again ambush the Visionary from behind for a second consecutive week. The 36-year-old could be hell-bent on ending the career of the veteran. A furious Bronson Reed could decimate Seth Rollins tonight on Raw, leading to another massive brawl backstage. Although Rollins could try to fight back, Bronson could lay waste to him, making another shocking statement on Raw. This ambush could eventually pave the way for the potential unsanctioned match of the two stars down the line. Therefore, there are high chances that Reed could take out Seth Rollins tonight, adding another reason for the latter to go for the extreme stipulation. It will be interesting to see how Triple H continues to showcase the rivalry between the Visionary and Bronson Reed from here on. With massive events looming ahead, anything is possible in this chaotic feud from here on. Seth Rollins to force Adam Pearce to bring back an iconic stipulation in WWE, exploring massive potential. In the world of WWE, every match, every feud, and every championship battle carries a rich history, one that often includes a special stipulation that elevates it to legendary status. Throughout the years, stipulations such as the Hell in a Cell, Money in the Bank, and the Elimination Chamber have defined pivotal moments in wrestling history, providing not only an unforgettable spectacle but also an emotional edge to the storylines involved. One of the most iconic stipulations in WWE's long-running history is the ladder match. Seth Rollins, often seen as one of WWE's most creative minds in the ring, has always known how to make an impact. He is a multi-time world champion, a versatile performer who can work with almost anyone, and an innovator who consistently raises the stakes in his matches. But lately, Rollins has been feeling as though the creative energy in WWE has become stagnant, with many of the matches starting to feel too safe, too formulaic. This frustration doesn't stem from a lack of talent in the locker room, rather, it arises from a lack of excitement, a lack of surprise. Rollins' latest crusade revolves around his desire to reignite the passion and unpredictability of WWE's match types. His target? The one stipulation that is often seen as the ultimate test of a competitor's will, the ladder match. The catalyst, the growing frustration. It all began when Seth Rollins found himself in a frustrating predicament, caught between various storylines that seemed to go nowhere. He had been defending his championship title successfully, but in increasingly predictable ways. Week after week, the same formula, a standard one-on-one match with no real twists or risks. Rollins was known for his ability to elevate the stakes of any match, but lately, he felt that the company was resting on its laurels, especially with the traditional booking structure. In a backstage promo, Rollins aired his grievances, declaring, "It's not enough anymore. I've done everything there is to do with the championship, with the feud, with the rivalries, but where's the danger? Where's the surprise? Where's the stimulation that made fans tune in week after week?" At this moment, the camera zoomed in, capturing the fiery expression on his face. Rollins wasn't just venting, he had a plan. The challenge, Seth's bold move. Rollins stormed into the office of WWE's official, Adam Pearce, a man known for his no-nonsense approach, but also for being a conduit between the higher-ups and the talent. Pearce had been seen as the enforcer, the voice of reason when it came to managing the chaos of the locker room, but Rollins was no longer in the mood for diplomacy. "Adam," Rollins started, his voice steady but with an edge, "you and I both know WWE is built on moments. Those unforgettable matches that made history, matches like the ladder match. Remember that? The moments, the iconic images, the spectacle. That's what this company needs, not just another vanilla, formulaic match." Pearce raised an eyebrow, unsure of where this was going. "I'm calling for it," Rollins continued, his eyes locking onto Pearce's. "Bring back the ladder match. I'm going to force your hand. The WWE Universe needs it, and so do I. I'm done with safe. Let's raise the stakes." Pearce, though skeptical, couldn't deny Rollins' drive and passion. He knew that Rollins' words weren't just a rant. This was a calculated move, a challenge to reinvigorate WWE's match stipulations. Pearce, however, knew that this wasn't something he could just grant on a whim. There was always a risk involved in resurrecting an iconic match type, especially one with such a storied history. The setup, Pearce's dilemma. Adam Pearce wasn't easily convinced. Ladder matches were dangerous, unpredictable, and often resulted in wrestlers suffering brutal injuries. With WWE's recent shift towards more mainstream and advertiser-friendly content, there was pressure to maintain safety while still providing excitement. Pearce had to weigh the risk against the reward. However, Rollins wasn't just appealing to Pearce's sense of tradition, he was appealing to his business sense. If WWE wanted to recapture the explosive energy of the Attitude Era,